Hello everybody, Captain Marty Brill here. It's Monday, April the 20th, and a lot of things going on the fishing front, and we had a windy day yesterday that limited some things, but overall it was a great weekend. I'll tell you all the details when I come back in just a moment.
Electricity, something I don't mix well with at all, and that's why I only trust the folks at ELS OBX. ELS OBX offers a variety of services from custom electrical installations to lighting design. ELS OBX has the experience and know-how to complete any job. They're committed to providing the highest quality lighting and electrical installations or service at affordable prices. Visit them online at elsobx.com to get a brighter idea of how shockingly awesome they are. See what I did there? ELS OBX, electrical and lighting solutions you can count on.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
So our offshore fleets were blown out yesterday with the hard southwest wind, and then a shift as that front came through, and nothing to report offshore, although the Hatteras fleet leading up to that had been having some good blackfin tuna fishing. They had some of the first mahi of the year, which is great news. And they have been seeing some of the first blue marlin of the season. And we're hearing down below Hatteras, down towards Morehead City, there was one boat on Saturday that saw 3 blue marlin. I don't know how many flags they flew, if any, but I know they tangled with a doubleheader and then a single blue marlin. That's secondhand information. So nothing going on there. There was one boat off inshore yesterday. He caught both big bluefish and big red drum, so worth his effort to give it a shot, and I'm glad for him. Oregon Inlet Fleet also blown out offshore yesterday, but on Saturday it was really good king mackerel fishing. We don't talk about that very much. Limits of king mackerel. There was one boat that had 8 yellowfin tuna. A few boats had some blackfins, but it was a nice mixture of fish. But they got blown out yesterday. Based on some information they got from Saturday, they went up the beach and found the bluefin tuna. They were really off the monument on Saturday, we heard, just offshore about a mile off the beach. And then yesterday they were down off the Body Island Lighthouse about a mile off the beach, and it was very good bluefin tuna fishing. I know Smoker, Brenner Parks, he had several, and I thought we were maybe done talking about the bluefin tuna. This is incredible. They've been there close to home since the beginning of January. But that wasn't the only thing that those bluefin, whatever they were feeding on, there was a big school of red drum also in that neighborhood, and several of the boats were able to catch and release some big red drum. So that's pretty exciting. And we did have a few boats that were back up inside the inlet, and they were catching some small dog sharks and a few bluefish. So that's pretty good. Even though we had to deal with some wind, that's normal for this time of year. It's to be expected. So we'll wait now and fish on through the week. A little bit cooler weather, but the table is set for some great fishing. In the surf, it got really windy at times yesterday, 20 to 30 out of the southwest. But they're all through the weekend and leading up to the weekend. There have been big drum. There's a few caught at Cape Point. We've seen them at just about every ramp up and down Hatteras Island. Really haven't heard much about anything north of Oregon Inlet, but that doesn't mean nothing was caught. Not many people reporting from up in that direction, but we have the drum bite in all sizes, really, slot size, yearlings, and even some of the bigger red drum. There's a few black drum in the catches. We still are seeing some small bottom fish like sea mullets being caught in the surf, and there's a few bluefish as well. But really, it can be very good. I don't know how to paint the picture of just how good the fishing is. But if you'll put in your time and you're willing to move around a little bit, the fish are over a wide range, which is basically all of Hatteras Island, and I'm sure Ocracoke as well. And the big thing is the drum bite. That's our bread and butter fish. That's one thing to think about. Didn't have much in the way of pier reports. I do see Rodanthe Pier had a mixture of sea mullet, croakers, gray trout, and they had a few big red drum caught there as well. That's the only peer report I have from yesterday. So we'll take a little break right here, and we'll come back and just talk briefly about the backcountry, what's going on in the Sound, and I'll be back to do that in just a minute.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Ben Brown here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot head boat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make multiple trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-441-6301, extension 1. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
So one thing that is not what you would really call glory fishing in the backcountry. Glory fishing is big drum, big speckled trout. But, most people are happy to get a bite of any kind. And this catfish season has been really good. The blue cats, which are great eating, are being caught in great numbers. There are some people that say that's not good news, but I won't jump into the middle of that. That's up to the biologists and the fisheries people, but the catfish bite is on, and if you like catfish, you can catch them just about anywhere. Really, really good. And some commercial guys are making a living catching those as well. There's also been a pretty decent rockfish bite way up inland. I haven't heard of really much of anything down around the eastern Pamlico, even down into the Albemarle Sound, but there are some rockfish being caught, and it may be better than I'm reporting because it's a very covert fishery inland. And there's also, over the past few days, we've had some of the first drum, and they were pretty good sized drum back in the Sounds, and also some speckled trout. And let me back up. I said back in the Sounds, but a lot of that's estuary fishing in the creek mouths and things like that. Really, it's almost a expert level type of fishing right now. You really have to be on your A game, but it's going to do nothing, hopefully, but improve as we go into the warmer water temperatures, and we're now starting to see all kinds of things. Remember that last year was a great year. Even after our cold stun event last year, we still had a good summer on speckled trout, really good drum fishing, more big bluefish than I've seen in a long time back in the Sound. And we can only hope all that will hold true again this year. So we'll see what happens, but it's looking really good. And then, also around, this could have been put in our inshore report, but around the inlet, especially Hatteras Inlet and Ocracoke Inlet, around anything with a barnacle on it, a buoy, a channel marker, anything they can find with a little barnacle. The sheephead bite is very good. We're happy for that. That's a crowd pleaser. They've kept us going all through the early part of our season and making some people going back to Ohio with grandkids in the back seat and smiles on their face. Our backcountry guides are really, really good at the sheephead fishing. And if you've never done it and you really would like a good fish to eat from your trip, maybe go to a marina, deal with a marina if you can, or if you deal with an independent backcountry guide, do your due diligence, do a little bit of research, make sure they're legit, properly licensed, proper safety equipment, insured, and go out and go sheephead fishing. Tell them that's what you want to catch. It's a lot of fun, and you'll be glad you did. And that's about it. As we wrap the weekend up, cooler weather this week. We had a sprinkling of rain yesterday evening. Wasn't near what I was hoping for, but we'll take whatever we can get on our gardens. I do hope you have a really good week this week, and take time to count your blessings. Let the good Lord bless you richly.